Hello, Scratchers. I think it is really much more interesting to learn the concepts of physics and other possible academic subjects by making some observations. So, this challenge is inspired by simply playing with the balls and a fun experiment that tells us about kinetic energy and Newton's third law of motion. I would also encourage you to watch the YouTube video by Institute of Physics where they demonstrate this in a fun way. I will share the link in the description. Here we have a basketball and we are throwing it from a certain height and we see it bouncing. Same thing, we are looking at a tennis ball and then we are stacking the ball on each other, and you can hopefully find out some outdoor space and couple of balls to run the experiment yourself. When the balls are placed on top of each other, we see how the tennis ball on top of the basketball bounces much higher. Can you take a guess why this happens? Now for this project, we are not really expecting you to use formulas to understand kinetic energy, the speed at which it will go up, the bounce. We just want you to use this project to demonstrate based on your experience of how and where the ball will go. Go ahead and do the coding. What I would definitely recommend you to do is try to use the techniques you have learned. So for instance, try to create a block to show the bounce of the ball so that you can reuse this block based on number of bounces you wanted to do, the height at which you want to do. Use variables, use repeat. Don't put glides one after the other. Try to use some repeat. Try to use calculation to calculate where how the ball will go up, how it will come down. So challenge yourself, try to use these techniques. For this, you can have two different tennis and basketballs, or you can use a clone. So for instance, here on the click of this, we have broadcast stacked balls, and both our balls are receiving stacked balls and they're creating clones. They're going to stack ball and then they are calling the same function bounce me with different parameters. That's what we are doing. If you're able to understand and create a clone and do it, it's wonderful. You try it, and yeah, I think that's a good thing. You try it and you can ask questions if you get confused. Of course, there is the easy way of having two separate balls altogether. If there's a way for you to experiment with balls outdoors, do that. If not, do it based on your experience so far, and maybe you can look at a few physics based experiments. Look forward to your projects. Ta-da!